Hi guys, this is Eric Ho tuning in all the way from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. I'm currently on one of my mastermind trips out here. It's been absolutely amazing so far. And this morning I was speaking with one of my business partners about the level of consciousness and the state of consciousness. And to some of you this will sound totally bizarre and totally out there. And to some of you who are at a certain stage within your journey, it will be pretty interesting, I guess, so that we can, I guess, share these different ideas to shift this level of consciousness to another level. And you know what's really interesting is, like, I've been like coaching people from all around the world, great entrepreneurs, all in different fields, all with their specialist fields, you know, from people who are, you know, students of Dr. Emoto, for example, so the thing all about water and the consciousness about water, and to people who are doing things like sound therapy, and to people who are doing theta healing or energy healing, and there's all these different types of things, or even image consultant, like stylist, right? And to myself, you know, teaching business or teaching sales. And what I found was that for the past year, you know, especially with training all these people, I found that my level of consciousness and awareness is actually shifting at a very, very, I guess, at an exponential pace right now. And I think some people talk about this thing about awareness, and it is going at an exponential pace. And more people are starting to, you know, tap into this, and then this level of consciousness is really, really shifting right now. And just like to some of you who really think this is bizarre right now, then maybe this is that first seed where, you know, you get that first idea of it. But let me just explain to you, you know, there's loads of different areas of this, right? But I'm just gonna talk about one thing right now, just to, I guess, keep it simple. So, you know, like in business, I teach a lot. I mean, I always said, you know, master the form and flow with the formless. Meaning that you master something in that conscious mind, and then when you master that thing in the conscious mind, and then you practice it so much, and then it logs into that subconscious, and then it becomes, and then you work on autopilot. It becomes flow, right? So you can work on flow. But then what I've recently found, I guess, in the last year is that there's something way beyond that. There's something way beyond needing to even master the form. It's more just going straight into the formless. But then let me just stress, this is not a game for everybody, because not everybody can just go in with the flow. I see so many people, oh yeah, just flow, just be like water. And then what happens is they just flow towards nowhere. And why is that? It's because of their alignment. It's because of their values. It's because of their openness and honesty, and their alignment with the inner world and outer world is not totally aligned. And when it's not totally aligned, you have all this clutter, and it's here, there, and everywhere. And what happens is when you're flowing, then you start flowing here, there, and everywhere, and you're not getting to where you want to be, right? And then only when that becomes aligned, all your values, your ethics, your inner world, your outer world becomes aligned, this is when you can just be. Literally, I mean, this sounds totally bizarre, but you can just be. You can just be in those moments. Live every moment. Live one moment at a time and enjoy it. Feel grateful for life. And then things just start unfolding, right? It's having this trust in this higher power, the universe, the Lord, you know, God, Krishna, Buddha, you know, whatever it is that you believe that higher power to be. It's just having that trust in nature, and that nature just guides us along the way. But to be able to be guided along that way, we need to first purify ourselves, and that starts with heart. And it starts with honesty. And, you know, I've certainly found this because in the past, you know, a lot of people say, wow, Eric, you know, you've achieved so much at such a young age, and especially when I was like 24 and I was building all these businesses and then creating passive income streams and becoming financially free and buying my first Aston Martin and all this cool stuff. And did I but you know, if I was to explain how I got there, that was through a lot of hustle, a lot of hard work, a lot of doing. I wouldn't say it's about being and flowing, you know. But what's interesting is, over the past few years, you know, while I've been part of this whole new shift of consciousness and on this new journey, I don't know how to explain it more, but I've just been being, you know. I don't feel like I'm ever in the doing. I'm flowing, you know. I'm just being like water. Things come my way, they're great, awesome, you know, when I like it, okay, cool, accept it. When it doesn't seem quite right, then okay, let it pass, be kind, you know, I don't need to fight it or anything, just be kind. And what I found is that whether people talk about water, whether people talk about theta healing, whether people talk about all these different types of, you know, when they're talking about all these different types of energy, I guess, right? These different aura and energy field and all this type of stuff, when it comes down to the center of it, it all comes down to the heart. It all comes down to having a pure heart. And this is like, I guess, the secret behind it. The secret, which it sounds simple, but it's not easy. It's one of those things where, you know, the logical thing, you know, everyone has a heart. Once you tap into this heart and you start, I guess, being open and honest about, you know, everything and be able to like communicate in a certain way, it becomes a very, very powerful force. And that's why a lot of the time, you know, today, you know, I teach sales, I teach business, I teach people how to do the sales strategy and how to do a sales call. And I say, this is how to master the form. But I say, the greatest power of all is that power of love. Is when you're vibrating at that love frequency, when it's pure from the heart, then you can put all the form aside. You can put the strategies aside, you can put the step-by-step aside, and you could just speak directly from the heart, because everybody has a heart and we are all connected, we are all one. And when you can speak to somebody like that, just heart to heart, you don't need sales strategies. You don't need the doing. You don't need to be strategic, right? Love penetrates. And that's my final message for you for today. Anyway, have an awesome day. Have an awesome week ahead. Bye for now.